Death, taxes, and the release of a new iPhone every year are the only things in this life that are certain. Even though Apple's iPhone 17 event is probably still weeks away, we've already seen a lot of the products that will be there through leaked photographs and rumors. There are rumors that the iPhone 17 Pro and iPhone 17 Pro Max will have reverse wireless charging, which would make their battery upgrades useful. Reversed wireless charging has been around for a long time, and Samsung was the first company to make it. It has been useful in several situations. As expected, Apple is taking its time embracing these standards, but one source says that the corporation will eventually do it with the iPhone 17 Pro and iPhone 17 Pro Max. What good would those bigger batteries do besides last longer? Internal adjustments of the iPhone 17 Pro and iPhone 17 Pro Max could lead towards reverse wireless charging being added to the features list. Fixed Focus Digital posted the rumor. They have a mixed record when it comes to the features that Apple adds to its iPhones. Every year, there are rumors that Apple's devices will include reverse wireless charging, but Apple always denies them and releases products that just have the standard Qi wireless charging. But might 2025 finally be the year? If we only look at the internal modifications that are predicted to come to the iPhone 17 Pro and iPhone 17 Pro Max, starting with the addition of a vape chamber, it's a good sign that reverse wireless charging will be introduced. Also, a prior report showed that Apple would convert back to a metal case, which would help heat transfer. This is in addition to a new battery design. Most importantly, Apple is said to bring increased battery capacities to the iPhone 17 Pro and iPhone 17 Pro Max, which is an upgrade that could greatly encourage reverse wireless charging, because users will not just be able to experience increased runtime on their flagship devices, but also have some leftover juice to top up compatible AirPods and Apple Watch models. Of course, it is crucial to remember to treat this report with a pinch of salt and await future updates. After all, this is not the first time that Apple is being alleged to bring reverse wireless charging to the iPhone, and it will likely not be the last. Assuming the firm defies rumors yet again, we strongly believe the feature will be added when the technological giant ultimately moves to silicon-carbon battery technology. In addition, the standard model, you can expect an iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max and a compact version, codenamed the iPhone 17 Air, to be shown during the event. We're also expected to see an Apple Watch Series 11 and Apple Watch Ultra 3 and maybe an Apple Watch SE, which last got upgraded in 2022. The AirPods Pro 3 might possibly make their appearance. Tying the complete lineup together is iOS 26, which was showcased at Worldwide Developers Conference 2025 and should drop shortly after the event. Here are the greatest rumors and leaks concerning Apple's new hardware. We'll continue updating this video ahead of the iPhone 17 event. Apple hasn't revealed new products or confirmed rumors, and we likely won't know out for sure until the September iPhone event. Next, when will the iPhone 17 event be? What's the iPhone 17 release date? If you're thrilled about the new iPhone's arrival, you might not have to wait long. Multiple leaks point to an early September date for Apple's iPhone 17 reveal. A July 13 newsletter from Bloomberg's Mark Gurman reported that an event is likely set for September 9 or September 10. We don't have access to these materials, therefore the rumors should be taken with a grain of salt. If these leaks turn out to be real, we may expect pre-orders for the new Apple hardware to begin on September 12 with a release date of September 19. 1. iPhone 17. The basic iPhone is the cornerstone of Apple's September event, and the iPhone 17 should be no different. All in all, this year won't mark a groundbreaking shakeup for the iPhone. That's apparently coming next year for the iPhone's 20th anniversary, but there are still fresh features to get excited over in the meanwhile. The major difference to the design is reported to be the phone's camera bump, which will more closely mirror the pill-shaped form of Google's Pixel. Analyst Jeff Pugh also expects that the selfie camera will be 24 megapixels, a considerable boost from the 12-megapixel front-facing camera featured in the iPhone 16 series. There are contradictory rumors concerning the iPhone 17's internal specs. Pugh indicated that the new phone will feature the same A18 chipset used in the iPhone 16, but leaker Fixed Focus Digital suggested that the phone will be upgraded to the A19 chip. It's unknown whether the iPhone 17 will get a physical battery boost, but the adaptive power feature contained within iOS 26 should help improve the phone's battery life anyway. Prominent leaker Majin Buu revealed photographs of the supposed iPhone 17 lineup on X, and if they're correct, the gadget will come in black, blue, silver, purple, and green. 2. iPhone 17 Air. The iPhone 17 Air could replace the Plus model in the lineup. Its major feature could be an ultra-thin design, like Samsung's Galaxy S25 Edge. It would be interesting to see if the small design comes with a sacrifice to battery life, like with the S25 Edge. A Bloomberg article indicates that the Air might be as thin as 5.5 millimeters. Pew says that the Air will likely sport a 6.6-inch display with a resolution of 1260 by 2740 pixels. There is a mix of speculations about the Air's chip, with credible sites such as Bloomberg saying that it will have the conventional A19 chip. More recently, Mac Rumors reported on a leaker's claims that the phone will have the A19 Pro chip, but there's no substantive evidence pointing toward either claim. According to Mac Rumors, the Air has a 2,800 mAh battery, yet it might be the first Apple phone to use a high-density silicon battery, which might enhance actual battery capacity by between 15% to 20%. Note that the adaptive power feature launching with iOS 26 can help with the battery life. Judging by the various leaked photographs and renders, it's also quite likely that the Air will have only one wide-angle back camera, like the iPhone 16e. The front camera may also be shifted to the left of the dynamic island cutout, that camera sensor bar at the top of the phone's display, to keep its design. While the iPhone 17 is believed to continue at the baseline 8 gigs of memory, the Air could have 12 gigs of RAM, which is the same memory that the Pro and Pro Max phones are supposed to include. 3. iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max. Whereas the Air is anticipated to make concessions in order to achieve its appearance, the iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max are the most expensive variants in the series. Recent photographs support claims that the Pro's chassis would shift from titanium to aluminum, which will make them lighter than prior models. The greatest rumored upgrades coming are the cameras. Mac Rumors alleged that the iPhone 17 Pro models will sport an 8x optical zoom telephoto lens up from the 5x one on the 16 Pro. Pooh stated that the Pro phones will contain a 48-megapixel telephoto camera, which is a big upgrade above the 16 Pro's 12-megapixel sensor. He similarly reports that the selfie camera would be improved to 24 megapixels, up from the 12-megapixel front-facing camera on the 16 Pro. As reported on by Mac Rumors, one leaker claimed the iPhone 17 Pro Max will feature the biggest battery in any iPhone to date, and the Pro will likely have a similarly enormous battery. Boo said that both phones will incorporate a vapor chamber cooling mechanism, which could assist keep these batteries from overheating on the sunniest summer days. The Pro phones will arrive with the A19 Pro CPU, but while the iPhone 17 Air might likely feature a 5-core GPU, the Pro and Pro Max will have a 6-core GPU, providing improved performance across the board. For folks who care about showing off their new phone, you'll be happy to know that one supposed leaker on Weibo claimed that one of the color choices for the iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max is related to the slick iOS 26 liquid glass design, while we've seen leaked mock-ups of the Pro in black, silver, dark blue, and orange. 4. Announcement, beta, and iOS 26 launch. A new generation of Apple hardware calls for new software as well, and iOS 26 is changing far more than the operating system's naming scheme. The iOS 18 successor, which was unveiled at Worldwide Developers Conference, is on its 4th public beta, which fixes a number of flaws from the previous update and brings the software closer in line with the most recent developer beta version. We know what many of the primary features of iOS 26 will look like before its final release. The design is essentially basic, with a significant emphasis on liquid glass, which presents a colorless, all-clear alternative to the light and dark mode interfaces. This subtle design will make dynamic adjustments to the lock screen, where the time and date will adapt to fit your photo, and Safari, where unused tabs will gravitate toward the top of the screen. The camera, photos, and FaceTime applications are also going back to basics with reduced looks, but the Messages app is getting more colorful. The key changes for iOS 26 include call screening for unknown numbers, live translation for calls and messages, a dedicated Games app, and lyrics translations on the Music app. For an in-depth examination of all of the iOS enhancements Apple has released, as well as the updates the firm didn't mention. We'll continue to update this video as further information for the upcoming iPhone 17 event are confirmed. So, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more tech news. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.